Good morning, everyone. It's Mike from Downtown Comics, and we're here to discuss all the new comics and covers releasing the week of March 20th, 2024. It is a huge week, so I'm going to get started right away. DowntownComics.com is the place to go, though, to check out any comics and covers I may not have on this table. And as always, liking, sharing, and subscribing would be very much appreciated. All right, we're going to start with DC today. Like I said, it's a full table. All right, Justice League versus Godzilla number 6. And Kong. Sorry, forgot Kong. He's in there too. Nightwing. New Titans. Wonder Woman. A few covers there. Hey, Justice Society is out. It's so far behind. World's Finest hits issue 25. So, big book today. And you get a William Shatner cover, because why not? He deserves one. Superman. We're getting ready for Brainiac coming up, so get on board with that. New Hellblazer. This is the reprint of the Zero issue, the lead into the Red Hood, The Hill. So this is actually a second printing of that Zero issue in case you missed it. Catwoman is new. Got a little bit of a glare going. Some of the shiny ones. DC doing its one-shots for special events. An April special. There you go. And it's ape-based. The aforementioned Batman 1989 is finally out with issue number 2, the newest miniseries. Green Lantern War Journal, number 7. And finally, so big, I have to go sideways with this. All right, so they're reprinting the famous Neil Adams Ra's al Ghul Treasury Edition size. All right, so you get 2 versions. They're both Treasury Editions, but you get foil and non-foil. And that's pretty sweet. I mean, that is a great way. The Treasury size is a great way to appreciate Neil Adams' art. So that is awesome. So that's out this week. All right, that's it for DC. Good week there. Independence, lots. Dear Editor, number 3. Misfortune Eyes is a new one from Sumerian, number 1. Here's an interesting one. So the IPs of RoboForce, Biker Mice from Mars, Sectars, Power Lords, and the Great Garloo. So I recognize 3 out of the 5 of those have now been bought up and composed the Nacelverse. So this is Oni doing their own little mini IP universe. So if you're a fan of any of those properties from back in the day, that is out. We have a new Assassin's Creed. This is Visionaries. New Gargoyle. Hits issue 12. Elvira Meets Lovecraft. Hits issue 2. We have a new one-shot from the Archie Horror universe. This is Pop's Chocolate Shop of Horrors. Gross. All right, Archie. And another new one. Well, actually, this is not new. It's number 2. If You Find Me, I'm Already Dead, number 2. This is a little oversized. All right, so let's see. We'll hit some Marvel and then go back to Independence, just the way I set up the table. All right, so Web of Spider-Man. This is a one-shot. I think this is one that's going to tell story or give you snippets of stories that are coming out in 2024. So it's a good primer, like a good one-shot primer for Spider-Man fans. Check that out. Wolverine, number 1. This has been reprinted at least a couple of times. This is the newest version. I don't know if it's ever gotten a foil, but there you go. They made another run of it, if you missed it. All right, that's it for Marvel. We'll get back to them. Holy Roller, number 5. The Untold Destiny of the Foot Clan. This is a mini-series in the Turtleverse, so you can start that one. My Little Pony gets a one-shot. Star Trek hits 18. Our D&D book, Fortune Finder, hits number 5. We have a new Dune book out. The Dune movie's doing bonkos, so we got a new Dune comic, House Corino. And we have a new book from Boom, Man's Best. That's very much like We 3. That looks like We 3. Remember that? From Quietly and Hey, Grant Morrison quietly, yeah. Okay. Is that a quietly cover? I don't know. Anyway, Man's Best, and there's Fleece's cover doing the cartoon. So this is new. All right, plenty of covers there. We have another new one from Dark Horse that looked kind of cool. Dawn Runner. Sci-fi mech verse. Looks kind of neat. Check that out. Our Rebel Moon miniseries hits number 3. Infernals, which did very well. This was very well received. Hits number 2. Savage Red Sonja hits number 5. We get 2 Spawn books this week. Scorched for number 27. And regular old Spawn hits 351. 351. So, there we go there. G.I. Joe, so you've got your Real American Hero, hits 305. And then in the Energon verse, Cobra Commander, that miniseries hits number 3. Lilo and Stitch, number 2 on that one. That also was very popular. Our latest Netflix miniseries ends at number 4. Our latest Bond story hits number 3. And I believe this is the end of the latest Army of Darkness miniseries at number 6. All right, so that's all the independents. Onward to Marvel. All right, so if you were reading Immortal X-Men and you didn't sign up for this, this is the next chapter from Immortal X-Men. X-Men Forever. I think this is a one-shot that's going to close out the storylines for Immortal X-Men. Don't quote me on that. But yes, if you were reading that book, you want to pick this one up. Quicksilver number 2. I'm sorry, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver number 2. Apologies. Night Thrasher number 2. Spider-Boy number 5. The Resurrection of Magneto. The latest Invincible Iron Man. The latest Blade. And it's got a parental advisory up at the top. All right, well, there you go. All right, reprinting Amazing Spider-Mans. They're sticking in the 250s for whatever reason. So this is a reprint of 254. So there you go, if you want to get that in reprint. Star Wars. Jango Fett is back in his own comic. So that's new. Spider-Woman, guest starring Spider-Boy. High Republic. There's a few Star Wars books this week. Captain Marvel. Our newest Planet of the Apes miniseries. It's number 3. Our Wolverine Madripoor Knights miniseries. It's number 2. FF. Black Panther. Our next Star Wars book is another one-shot, Star Wars Visions. So based on those cool cartoons. So this is the Takashi Okazaki. So his like Samurai Ronin one, that was one of my faves. So he gets his own one-shot here. Ultimate X-Men number 1 gets a second print. There you go. Vengeance of Moon Knight hits number 3. And that will be tying into Blood Hunt coming up. And Ultimate Spider-Man number 2 gets a second printing. And then rounding out our Star Wars is the Thrawn Alliances, and that hits number 3. So there you go. A full table of books. A lot of Marvel, a lot of Star Wars, a lot of independents. A great DC week. There you go. Something for everyone. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys at the stores. Bye-bye.